Welcome back to Wood and Whiskey Wednesday. This is episode 31. I'm Steven, this is the shop. Tonight we're going to finish the second half of the Shadowbox build. Putting all the trinkets in it, working with the plexi, getting the lights into it. It's going to be a good one. What are we drinking tonight though? So I went to the store this morning during lunch and picked up this Shmallow. It's from a veteran-owned distillery. I'm not gonna lie, the bottle is what got me. Was a sucker for a gimmick. It smells like a campfire. Like marshmallows that are roasted on a campfire. And normally I drink it over the rocks, but it's cold. I'm in my garage. I still got the door open. The dogs just want to take a eat. I'm not doing any ice. The first one's always to y'all. Holy crap, that tastes like a marshmallow. Perfectly toasted marshmallow. That, you know what, second one's to y'all too. That's good. Hotel Tango, y'all did a good freaking job. Wow. It's only 60 proof, so, I mean, it's not anything to kill your throat. But that is good. Stick around, watch the rest of the episode. I'm gonna have to get a little bit more in this cup because I'm gonna go through it too quick. So before we hop into the build, let's talk about the damn whiskey. So this Hotel Tango is a veteran-owned distillery. It says that it's out of Indianapolis, bottled in Columbus. Directions: don't call it mellow. It's got nodes of smoke, caramel, and camaraderie. Fit to serve and made for mischief are on the bottle as well. I think it's perfect for tonight's pairing. Great veteran company from what I've seen and what I've been able to taste so far. To pair it with this build, I think it's gonna be a good one. Just cleaned the top of the table. Probably gonna resurface it. Not today. Today we're gonna finish the second half of the build of the giant Shadowbox. It's gonna take a lot more monster. I love making them, but they take a lot of work. Keep watching. So I've moved the box around a couple times. It's been about a week and a half since I cut everything, put it together, and then I just put it off to the side. So before I do any gluing, any screwing, gotta make sure that it is still square. I'm not liking that one. Nice! And that's where I want it. Alright. So next step is to move you all so I can get this plexi out. I'm not going to need it for a little bit. I do need to get it out of the way so I can actually do setting the bottom to it or the back to it. Woo! And this process is the same whether you use plexi or the regular glass that you can pick up at the big box store. I do prefer the plexi. I don't really have to worry about cutting myself too mad with it, other than when I'm using the razor to cut it down to size. Did all that squaring up. I still gotta put down glue. Didn't think that one through. So last week we knocked out the frame. More or less put it together. Got the chevrons on there. Rough look of what it is. I didn't take any footage of me cutting up the blouse. I've done that on previous shorts. Go out there and check them out. Because I cut them in half and then I pin them together and sew them up by hand. This way it sits, smooth and as close to natural as I can get. This one was no different. So I didn't want to throw any more extra into that build. Because it takes me, a couple of hours, and depending on how long it takes me to, cut this video together, how much of I speed up, you can see it takes quite a long time. I do love these builds. I love seeing people's reactions to it. Especially when you go to the actual ceremony, you see the reaction of the crowd, but then you see the reaction of the service member. I love that. And I think this master artist, as soon as he gets the box, he's going to feel the same way. And he's going to have that overwhelming sense of, pride and the craftsmanship. Toot my own horn, toot, 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 toot. It comes out freaking amazing. I do like it. Let's get to it. I actually have tools that actually are made for gluing. I hardly ever use them though. So if you've gotten this far into the video, can you subscribe? We're up to 107. Love that number. Still want to grow. Actually, we were at 107, then it went to 106, and we went back to 107 last week. Lost somebody. It's fine. We are trying to grow. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and then I get glue build up. Alright. Now, to put it back together, make sure it stays square. The glue will take about an hour and a half, maybe 2 to actually solidify and stay in place. So I have some good time to move it around before it dries. So the basic frame is now set. Remember, these are going to go on afterwards. This. So we get set in here. Looking good. All right, so I got to glue this one down. And then I'll brad nail it into place. And then we're gonna move on to actually getting the backboard in there and cut. Coming together. Didn't think this one through. Again. This piece isn't supposed to be here. It's supposed to be those two. Change the design, but I didn't think about it. It's not a big deal. So I just need to pull this one out. The glue's not set, thank goodness. Still gonna use the same holes because that's what's gonna hold these on. And then I'll put on this back piece. I can't believe I didn't think of that. This is what happens though. So because I don't want these to move around while I'm screwing them in. Use these 90-degree braces. That hole on this side is still there when we just did it. So with previous builds that I've done, we've not sewn those blues together when they stick in there, and you can see some of the where I used to use hot glue and some tape. So a couple of my earlier ones, you can actually see the tape, and I wish I can go back and redo them for them. If any of you are watching and you want me to, send it back to me. I'll fix it up and I'll pay for shipping it back. But you know, you learn over time with anything, and it's been a learning experience in the shop up until, you know, last week. We changed the design that we've used for years, and it just, I wasn't under the time crunch of I've got to get this box together and I've got to get it out. Literally, you know, one of my last ones I've done, well, not last, but you know, a couple of boxes ago. Here we are at 12 o'clock on Wednesday, and hey, can I have it by Thursday? Nothing was started and wood wasn't even bought. So I'm glad with this one, we've had the time, we were able to sit back and actually develop the box the correct way. And then I'll go back and use the router. And lessons were also learned when I was making it. You might be able to see if you do pay attention. I put one of the pieces in the wrong spot when I was putting it together, and then had to go back and fix myself afterwards. And I'm glad it was a small mistake. Depending on how I edited this, you might not even be able to see it. But it was able to be fixed. And it was because I had enough time to go back and look at what I did, and I was like, golly damn, this is not what the plan was. But with foaming and, you know, doing a little bit here, doing a little bit there, it just got overlooked until I put the screws. The next portion of the build is I have to put some post board down because it's just easier to affix things and not trying to push it straight into the wood. And so these will not only have the poster board, but I'll fill it up with a little bit of foam as well. More on this one because I can stuff a lot of the flag in here, whereas I don't use a flag for the stars. I use the fabric. And if you remember from the last video, we're going to do the blue felt with the NCO stripe going up the middle. Now, what I don't ever understand is when you see people making these shadow boxes and putting NCO stripes or the Ulster stripe on, they don't take the white string out. You got to take the white string out. Like, it's that thread's not supposed to be there. It's literally just there to hold together for the seamstress when they put them on the trousers. What ends up being pretty satisfying though is when you find the end that you just pull. That comes straight out. I just never understood why people leave it in there. Like, it does not belong. And it does not take much to take it out either. All right, so I'm gonna get this shaped out. Not, I mean, you see some of the cuts just not exact. They don't need to be. I just gotta find a good portion of it that's gonna cover what I need, and then cut everything else down. So as I'm editing this, you can see where, you know, I'm laying out all those little tabs I put on my Recrete, and it's got the date and the location. You know, starting from boot camp, Paris Island, straight on up through his last duty station, and the date that he first got there, and then, you know, cuts off the retirement. And then, you know, we asked for anything that is not wood when I'm making a box, other than the flags. I asked the customer to send it to me because they know exactly what they're looking for, what they want, and it's less of a guessing game when I go to the store. So they did. Customer sent it in, gave me all of the coins that we're putting down in this box, and they're going from, you know, boot camp, and it's just the ranks going up to master sergeant. I've seen it done, I don't know, half a dozen different ways, but I do like the straight shot up. We've done some that when there's not as many little tabs, you know, go up the side where the Marine Corps flag's at, and that looks pretty good that way too. But this box is, you know, not basic but clean. It's got everything the customer wanted. Still have what I'm going to do off camera, so you can't see who it's actually for. They want me to put a you know, specialized or personalized piece in the box. So that's what we're gonna do before I close it up and give it to them. I'm not shipping it, so that's a freaking win. But it does have to be transported out of state. So this build is not finished. I still gotta cut off a little bit of that light so it mirrors this side. The chevrons need to be locked down. But folks, this is it. I'm not even sure how large it is overall. So from the bottom of the rocker, I need to be very careful that I don't hit the plexi. is at 52 inches. So it's what, 4 feet 4 inches? Not a bad size. I like these builds. I gotta get with the customer and find out how they want to set up all that. I just put it in there. That's style that I like. I love putting lights in them. They look, and it's on the demo because I don't want to take the remote out, but it does a bunch of different colors, some steady, soft and warm and cool, a bunch of different ones. And like I said on the last video, it's not that expensive to go, you know, with the wow factor, but the lights do set it apart. I gotta push in. I'm sure if you can tell that's dipped down in the corner a little bit, and all that's behind it is a little bit of styrofoam. You saw me plug it in there. But I've got some things I gotta do here. I gotta get changed. Gotta go do my walk jog thing. Not a bad little weekend. I'm glad I went with the all black. That's sharp. I like that. Bye, y'all. Y'all did a great job. Sweet in the nose, you get that nice smell. It's mellow in the throat. I don't call it mellow, but it is. It doesn't burn. You get that whiskey in your cheek. That's about it. It is warmer than those hand freaking pocket hot warmer things that we had in, you know, TBS. I'll tell you that. Keep you warm on a winter's night. But thanks for hanging out. We're gonna close it here. Until next time, we will continue to saw, sand, sip it. I'm gonna repeat probably while I'm editing, because that's really freaking good. Until next time, woodpeckers, have a great week.